Section 2.3 was about graphing linear equations. Now section 2.4 is the topic is writing equations, specifically in slope-intercept form. We all know that's the form y equals mx plus b, which is the most popular way to write a linear equation. So the first type of writing we're going to do is example A from a graph. If you need to, pause the video and copy my graph. And what we're going to do is write the equation of that graph in slope-intercept form. Now we all know we need to figure out two things. This entire unit, you need to figure out two things. What the m value is, which is the slope, and what the b value is, which is the y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept is easy. The place where the graph crosses the y-axis. In this case, the y-intercept value is 2. So my equation becomes y equals mx, and it's positive 2, which is my y-intercept. The last part is to find the slope. And we all know slope in words is rise over run. Well, what we do is we find 2 points that are right on the grid line, so we can very easily count how many units it is. And if I'm going to move from this blue dot, I'm going to run horizontally, and then I'm going to fall to that dot. Well, if you notice, my run is equal to 5 units, and my rise, since I went down, is negative 2. So therefore, my slope of this particular line is the rise, which is negative 2, over the run, which is 5. And therefore, my slope is negative 2/5. I take that number and I plug it in for m, and I get a final equation of y equals negative 2/5 x plus 2. Please leave your fractions, if they're either improper or negative 2/5, for instance, just leave them that way. You don't need to change them to decimals. I've never seen a decimal written for a slope, so please leave it in fraction form. And that's how you write an equation in slope-intercept form from a graph. Now, let's do example 2. From standard form. Standard form, if you haven't taken this note already, standard form is when it's written in the form ax plus by equals c. The key to standard form, if I draw the balance scale line, is that the x and the y are both on the same side of the equal sign. Now, our goal is to take this example, 2x minus 3y equals 15, which is written in standard form, and we need to change it to slope-intercept form. Very simply, in order to change to slope-intercept form, solve the equation for y. So I'm going to take 2x minus 3y equals 15, and I'm going to draw the balance scale. And the first thing that I'm going to do is we always get rid of the x term. It's a positive 2x, so I'm going to minus 2x to both sides. And when I do that, these cancel out, and I get negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 15. Now I'm going to write this up here a little higher. Negative 3y, got to erase that. Negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 15. Now, the last step is obviously to divide by negative 3. But when I do this, I make sure that I divide the slope by negative 3 and I divide the y-intercept by negative 3 so the two sides stay equal. Those cancel, and I get y equals. This is a negative divided by a negative, which turns out to be positive 2/3, and we'll leave it like that, x. And the y-intercept is positive 15 minus 3, which becomes negative 5. And there, is the same equation written in slope-intercept form. What I have circled in green, these two things are exactly the same. One is written in standard form, what I started with, and then the bottom is written in slope-intercept form. And hopefully that explains how to write equations in slope-intercept form.